Okay, Hepro Horsham, we're going to do a lead for this song, and it's essentially the lead I hear buried in a bunch of instrumentation. There's no single lead soloist guitar that's playing, but what makes it useful is it's right on the major pentatonic scale. So without further ado, let's start. We have what I want you to focus on here is this C-shaped chord, which when this C is moved down to this position, where my index finger is now on string 2, fret 10, that's C, and I want you to verify that. Move this chord down C, C sharp D, D sharp E. When you get down here to fret 10, that's an A, so an A chord. Formed the same way as a C, that's the important thing. Anything that you form on a guitar is movable to any other place. It just changes the chord name. The fingering doesn't change, but it becomes the chord. As many as you notes as you move down here, it becomes the note you land on. It becomes, well, that's the chord. If I know that I have an E note here at string 2, fret 5, you should know that too, because that's how you tune the guitar. And string 2, fret 5, and string 1 open are both E notes. So if I take this C chord and I move that C chord down, but I'm going to have to move this bar with it. So I use my finger as a bar, but I move that same shape down here. And excuse me, because my, pre-operation here, that hurts. So I'd have C sharp, D, D sharp, E. And I move this down here, and I have an E note, an E chord. Hear it? There's E, and there's an E. See, they're the same note. They're the same chords. So wherever I move that that entire shape, which includes the open strings, whenever I move that to any other location, that becomes that location, whatever the number of notes takes me to. If I want a G, here's an E, F, F sharp G, and I make that C formation, I now have a G chord shaped like a C. Very important to understand that concept, and it's not a hard concept. So we come down here, and we're going to be playing this little lead in this formation here that looks like a C chord, a C pattern. And when I play that pattern, the shape in the handout that I sent to you will look like this. And there's a C chord buried in there. I think it's, you can check yourself, and Matt and some of you other guys that are so helpful in this. If I give the wrong pattern number, send it around to everybody, because I don't think of it in terms of those patterns that are on that sheet. I apologize, but I have a pattern that looks and sounds like that, and that's what we're going to be playing entirely in this first lead that we're doing. We're going to do the same lead up and down the fretboard, but I come down here to string 2, fret 10, and actually when I send this out, I'll tell you what this pattern is in the write-up. So we have, starts off ring finger or middle finger on string 2, fret 10. That's the A note. Should not be surprising. We're playing in the key of A here, and then index finger, string 3, fret 9, and then ring finger on string 4, fret 11. And I should mention to you, or I need to mention to you, the same deal. I'm going to play every note on fret 9 with my index finger. Every note that falls on fret 10, I'm going to play with my middle finger. Fret 11 with my ring finger, and fret 12 with my pinky. So we start off here, string 2, fret 10, and then string 3, fret 9, string 4, fret 11, string 3, fret 9, string 4, fret 11, pulled off to fret 9, and then pinky at string 5, fret 12. So the first is and then it lands on string 4 fret or 5 fret 9. And what you're hearing there is when I get to this point, I now am on not the A chord anymore, but on the D chord, and a D chord with an F sharp in the bass. So that should look an awful lot like what I just played, this same chord up here for the B minor 7th, except I was using the B in the bass, not this F sharp. If you're, I'm always asked about slash chords. Here's a D chord using string 4 as the bass, but if I put my ring finger now on string 4 fret 4, that's an F sharp, and this would be a D slash F sharp. F sharp being now the bass instead of the D in the bass. I now have an F sharp in the bass. Okay, so just to review. So string 2 fret 10, string 3 fret 9, and at this point I'm playing against the D. And you can just check that, put a little background to play this against. So that's where that's what your rhythm guitar would be doing. So we're going. Now I'm going to go get this E at string 6 fret 12. And I'm going to go string 6 fret 12, string 5 fret 9, and hammer onto string 5 fret 12, string 4 fret 9, so string 6 fret 12, string 5 fret 9, hammered onto string 5 fret 12, string 4 fret 9, hammered onto a string 4 fret 11, and we're playing the notes of this of what is now the E major pentatonic, and it is the number 2. That pattern, I'm sure, is number 2, and the pattern is this. Played slowly for you, and that pattern is 9 and it's 10 and 12 on fret 6, 9 and 12 on string 5, 10 and 12 on string 6, 9 and 12 string 5, and 9 and 12 on string 4. So I'm playing those notes. Let me take it from the top. And then coming down to string 2, fret 5, we're back on the A chord. String 2, fret 10. And I'm going string 1, fret 12. And then doing the same little twiddle there, which is string 1, fret 12, and string 1, fret 9, but hammering on and pulling off with my middle finger at string 1 fret 10, and then up to string 2 fret 10, and ending on this F sharp at string 3 fret 11. So we got and then I've just come back for that, and I'm just sliding up with my middle finger to string 1 fret 10. I'm going slide up to string 1 fret 10, and you can do that same twiddle to string 1 fret 9, string 2 fret 10, and finish again on string 3 fret 11. You run a D chord now, and then I'm doing that just to pull off string 1 fret 10 to string 1 fret 9, and end with a double on that A note, which is your ending back on the A. So you have and then down here, I'm having trouble with this. Now I'm just going to quickly go through that. On the next box up here, we have a box, and that box is box 3, I believe, in the list that you have. I should have brought it, I apologize. And that would be, I'm going to play the very same notes, but I'm going to play them in this box. I'm going to play, same as we started before, same notes, same fingering, but now I'm going to shift up here to string 3 fret 6. So we have, and then with my pinky, string 3 fret 9, string 3 fret 6, and then I'm going to come up with my ring finger to string 4 fret 9, 4 fret 7, and then end on string 5 fret 9. So we have very same 6 3 3 6 3 9 3 6 4 9, pulled off to 4 7, up to 5 9, and then I'm gonna hop back to get this note that's stuck back up here, this C sharp, and at that point, and I'll go through that for you. That is string 5 fret 7, hammered on to fret 9, string 4 fret 7, hammered on to fret 9, and then back to string 3 fret 6, and then you can come down and right where you were, because you don't have these notes in this particular box. But if you wanted to play from this box, that's what you would do. You would shift between boxes. You would go and then, you know, finish down in this box. Now what I'd like to ask you to do is you play up here in this box as well, which will be box number 2. And I'm not going to play the rest. I'll ask you to do that because we're going to do it next lesson. And then you can play it up here. in this box being the box that I just played in is the, and in this box it is, in this box, which is the box number 1 on your list, and I'm just rolling this finger over from string 1 fret 5 to string 2 fret 5, and then up here string 2 fret 2, back to string 2 fret 2, up to string 3 fret 4, string 3 fret 2, and ending, not surprisingly, at the same spot that we ended here on the F sharp on the. So as a little exercise, get this down, get that sound down, and then get the sound down in the adjacent box, and then on your own, work up on the, well, how do I do it here? Or, all right, so that'll get the, we're getting around the fretboard now and seeing what the likenesses are. And just note that, some places you can't do the pull-offs, you can't do the slides. And that's why you choose the boxes that you do. But when you get in the other boxes, you can do hammer-ons that you can't do, in other spots. So that gives you plenty to work on. I'll see either next Wednesday or the following Thursday. Okay, or both. Bye now.